Do you think this is bizarre? We have 10 stories.
The Tree Man. A Bangladeshi father dubbed the Tree Man because of the bark-like words. The 27-year-old former rickshaw driver is one of only 4 people in the world ever to be diagnosed with epidermodysplasia vericiformis, an extremely rare genetic condition dubbed Tree Man disease, that left him unable to hold his 3-year-old daughter. Abul Bajandar has undergone at least 16 operations to remove 5 kilos of growths from his hands and feet since his condition came to doctors' attention a year ago. The Creepy Village. Nagoro is a slowly shrinking village located in valleys of Shikoku, Japan, populated by creepy dolls. It might make you question the reality. Its inhabitants left the village in a search of employment or died. 11 years ago, Tsukimi Ayano returned home to Nagoro. Faced with loneliness, she has populated the village with dolls, each representing a former resident. About 350 life-size dolls currently reside in the village, so strolling along the village you will find quite unique monuments, either working in the field, fishing in the river, or simply sitting along the road and staring at you. Let's end with an extreme sport. Extreme ironing, also called EI, is an extreme sport in which people take ironing boards to remote locations and iron items of clothing. According to the Extreme Ironing Bureau, extreme ironing is the latest danger sport that combines the thrills of an extreme outdoor activity with the satisfaction of a well-pressed shirt. Extreme ironing came into existence by Tony Hiam in 1980. Black Magic Killer. Ahmed Surajdi, also known as the Black Magic Killer, killed his victims to gain spiritual power. His killing spree started after his father came to him in a dream, asking him to kill 70 women to enable him to perform stronger acts of magic. He did not have to look for victims, as most of them came to him seeking for help, as he was a shaman in his town. So women came all over the place seeking help. His victims helped him by digging their own graves, thinking that it was a part of their healing ritual. He then covered the women waist deep as part of his cure and then strangled them to death. Not just that, he also drank his victims' saliva after strangling them, believing that it can somehow improve his shamanic powers. Eventually, he got caught and sentenced to death. Mr. It-All. Lolito, well known as Mr. It-All, a man born in Grenoble, France. In 1950, he had eaten all part of Cessna 150 aircraft. Lolito began to be famous when claiming to have eaten 18 bikes, 7 television sets, 2 beds, 15 supermarket trolley, and computer. But unfortunately, he died in 2017 when he was 57 years old. His death has nothing to do with his eating habits because Lolito died of heart attack. Torajan's tradition. It's a bizarre culture in Indonesia which is Kambira baby grave, located at Tanah Toraja Regency, South Sulawesi, Indonesia. This tradition for the Torajan's residents who still hold a strong religion of Aluk Dodolo, one of the biggest arboreal graves, a grave for deceased babies, dead infants below 6 months who have no teeth yet buried in a tree. One tree can hold around 20 deceased infants. They believe that these infants are purer than adults and that their bodies and spirits will be absorbed into the tree called Tara tree. Dusty the Kleptokitty. Dusty the Kleptokitty is a domestic snowshoe cat who gained notoriety in early 2011 for his acts of cat burglary. As of his February 2011 appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman, Dusty had stolen 16 car wash mitts, 7 sponges, 213 dish towels, 7 washcloths, 5 towels, and the list goes on. He earned the nickname Kleptokitty after bringing home more than 600 items from the gardens he prowled at night. His owners say his record theft is 11 items in one spree. The Skysphere. Bizarre residence in New Zealand, which is the Skysphere. The Skysphere, a project designed by John O. Williams, a small pod-like inhabitable platform attached to a steel column. It's more like the homeground equivalent. Originally started as a true house in a tree project, Williams sought a more permanent solution, one not as susceptible to wind or environmental changes. The inevitable platform, accessed via a ladder in the steel column, is circular with a 14-meter circumference and 2-meter high windows facing 360 degrees. Williams designed custom furniture and interior decoration for his house. The islands of Socotra, situated in 190 nautical southern coast of Yemen, is famous for flora and fauna. Both flora and fauna found nowhere else on Earth. Socotra Island is home to around 800 rare species of flora and fauna. A third of the species found on the Indian Ocean island are endemic and cannot be seen anywhere else on Earth. The trees and plants on the island have evolved to suit its hostile climate, and some varieties of plant are a staggering 20 million years old. The shaman and his jinn. An old shaman had made an agreement with his jinn in which to make him stay strong, unbeatable, able to ease anyone that is suffering from mysterious disease. And any enemies will not be able to fight with him. He need to sacrifice his 3 daughters in return. The shaman already divorced with his wife, and his daughters were living with his wife's brother. Once his daughter reached 16 years old, they will experience hysteria during full moon. They have the ability to sixth sense, to see what is unforeseen, to hear what others can't, and can see clearly the figure of the you-know-who.